About a rumor? Yvonne Saloth, the priest at the shrine of St. Olms, has been asking if anyone has seen a friend of his, some sailor who's gone missing. Barter? CV intervention? Leather bracers? You don't think we're getting into some like Eldritch horror stuff, do you? Right, there's a lighthouse that mysteriously keeps locking. There's something in the lake. A sailor has gone missing. I don't know. I'm just saying. When we had last left the Nerevarine, they traveled back to Almasthir, where they set up once more with the Mages Guild there, and Tiny Nachos, the one who was handing out all the cool quests, notably ones to go and get incredible souls that filled incredible gems, soul gems, and as it turned out, that required less soul trapping than you would expect. Indeed, they traveled out very, very far and wide to none other than Firewatch, where they had to do some wheeling and dealing in order to get some very incredible souls, and also trade some other ones back and forth. Nonetheless, they managed to accomplish it, and now set their sights on Aimrah and a mysterious lake monster. This is the Elder Scrolls 3 Morrowind, Tamriel Rebuilt. This is Morrowind Mondays. Welcome back. There we are. Now, let us head on out there, but just before we get there, it's worth noting that a lot of people pointed out that I should probably look around more of Aimrah rather than just beelining this quest, because there may be stuff that, I don't know, further illuminates more of what's going on in the town or more of what's going on with this lake monster. So sure, why not? Okay, let's see over here. Actually, you know what? Let's levitate right over to this. Can we get the Strider over there? I forget. We can. Perfect. Okay. And I might want to sell some junk off here, even though it's a bit of a small town. Hello.
We make a
Laris
special
Sarando.
trip just for you. Same low price.
Let's see.
Leaving already. What's your destination, Outlander?
Destination?
I can take you to Almasthir or Vul, if you've got the coin.
Tell me about the services. I want a trader.
Apart from the street vendors by the Siltstrider port, Aimrah has very little offer to an Outlander. Well, there's Solaru and Dalen, who runs a potion shop in the apartment complex. At the Sailor's Inn, you can get a drink and a bed to sleep in. The ships that dock here are all cargo freighters. They don't take passengers.
Okay, very well. So you all are the traders we've heard about. Okay.
An outsider, an outlander, in Aimrah. How strange. Speak.
Tell me about this place.
Yes, you're in Aimrah now, on the shore of the great lake Andarum. This is a small Velothi settlement, home to sailors, fishermen, and dock workers. If you're looking for someone in particular, or some specific place, I can tell you more. But in the end, we're all just humble subjects of the Indoril Beroth Nanav.
Okay. Can I barter with you? You've got dreg stuff, netch leather, a harpoon. Counts as a spear. Okay. How about the other vendor out here? You're not a local, but let's hear it. Okay, barter? Oh, you've only got 10 quatlus. You know what? How about I sell...
I'm listening.
let's do something a little wild. Not that we really need the money, but let's sell a Daedric Wakizashi right here for 250. There we go. That'll do. Let's see. How about someone in particular?
Mostly fishermen. dock workers and sailors in this town. Dava Eranim is the appointed hetman of this town. She can be found in the trade house. Delvine Gilmanil runs the Sailors' Inn. Ivan Salath is the priest at the Shrine of St. Olms. Then there are the Marvis brothers. Captain Obadiah Marvis of the freighter Paradma, and the Gwar keeper Barandus Marvis.
Okay, about a specific place?
Near the docks, we have the Sailors' Inn. At the docks, there's the Paradma, Captain Marvis's ship, and the Diligent Faith, a freighter belonging to the Indoril Ilvi. At the center of town, there's the Trade House, which doesn't offer its services to outsiders, mind you. The eastern part of town has the big apartment complex where the dock workers live, and the Shrine to St. Olms atop it. Then there's the Aimrah Lighthouse, of course. You can admire it from the outside, but its door is always locked.
What? Well, we have to go look at the lighthouse, too. Background?
I'm Rilver Thalis, trader.
Okay. And this is, the lighthouse. Huh. Yeah, we have to look in here. May as well do it now. Let me get a pick readied. Good. What the fuck? The lock springs back into its place. The door refuses to open. Okay. Is there another entrance to this? At least there must be one up top. Yeah, there must be. Okay. I'll levitate up there. Good. Is this also locked? Oh, what the fuck it is. Okay. I'm betting this won't open either. Yeah, the lock springs back into its place. The door refuses to open. Okay. Something's in there. Is there another entrance to it nearby? Doesn't seem to be. Okay. Another street vendor.
What is it now?
Masana Uthras. Lyle Schnub, Nerevarine, lies in superstition. Why do you defy temple teachings? And worse yet, now we learn you are an agent of the Emperor and an outlaw. I warn you, just because I talk to you, don't think everyone will. Others reach for weapons when they see an outlaw and heretic. Right, because it's an Indoril town. Okay, well, we sure fixed that problem. How about a rumor? Ivan Saloth, the priest at the Shrine of St. Olms, has been asking if anyone has seen a friend of his, some sailor who's gone missing. Barter? CV intervention? Leather bracers? You don't think we're getting into some like Eldritch horror stuff, do you? Right, there's a lighthouse that mysteriously keeps locking. There's something in the lake. A sailor has gone missing. I don't know. I'm just saying there's something that's vaguely Eldritch horror-y already. About an advice. Be careful who you trust, and don't ask the wrong people too many questions. And it's a small town with kind of a closed-in community, you know? Little secret. Pearl divers often chew on serene water lily petals. The flower has magical properties that help them stay underwater longer. Okay. Background? I'm Masana Uthras, trader and retainer of the Great House Indoril. Communal trade house, which apparently I can't use.
Make it quick, Outlander.
Voldranu Relal. Why are you in Aimrah, Outlander? Looking for someone in particular? Tell me some advice. Lake Andara might look calm and peaceful, but don't be fooled by it. You wouldn't be the first hopeful pearl diver who went missing on the lake. Is it a lake or is it an ocean? Okay. Let's see over here. Apartment complex. Weeping Vale. Shrine of the Tribunal. I may as well get one of these on CV Restoration. Meditations on Determined Law. Tells Lendu.
You ask too many questions, Outlander.
Can I persuade you up? I can. Background.
I'm Tells Lendu, fisherman.
How about your trade?
I'm a fisherman. I bring food on people's plates, catching fish and crab with rod, net, spear, or even with my bare hands. Morrowind's waters are far from safe, so I have to keep my wits about me. When the water's clear, and when no dreg are in sight, I dive for pearls. And I'm not a bad cook either. I can turn just fish bones and scales into the best stew you've ever had.
Tell me more about dreg.
It's bad luck to talk about those creatures. Haven't you heard the old superstition that speaking the name of a thing will draw its attention and make it appear?
How about a rumor?
An outlander left the Sailor's End without paying for his room. Dilveen Gilmanil, the publican, isn't too happy about that.
Is this the sailor who went missing? How about some advice?
Be a hero if you must, but never be a fool. It's always better to run away than to be devoured by an enemy you can't defeat.
A secret?
There are many underwater grottos in Lake Andarum. Exploring them is dangerous and downright impossible without some unnatural aid.
Huh. Okay. This is the healer, Solaru Andalen. Oh, what a
Greetings,
slew.
Outlander. Do you seek my services?
Maybe I do. What services do you have? The shores of Dwynen, of Fire Ants and Whooms, the four suitors of Benetah. Okay. Marizan Curis, Veloz Tower Shield. Okay. Hello. Welcome to my shop, Outlander. I'm Solaru Andalen, a healer, originally from Almalexia. Can I interest you in some of my fine potions? Services? It's lit up. I haven't lived here very long, but I understand Aimrah doesn't have shops other than my own. A few street vendors sell fish near the Siltstrider port. At the Sailor's Inn, you can get a drink and a bed to sleep in. The ships that are docked here are all cargo freighters, so they don't take passengers. Background? Healer. What do you sell? The usual fare. Spells? Anything interesting? Greater Heal Companion. Enrichment. Okay. I'll get Greater Heal Companion. I don't know if I have that. Or anything like it. Okay. Good talk. Sure.
Yes, Outlander. How do you do?
Okay, what's over on this side?
What is
Rothus
it now?
Falveno. Let's see. Can talk about vampires. Background.
I'm Rothus Falveno, vampire.
Or a commoner. Sorry, I was thinking about vampires. Is he actually a vampire, though? No. He's got, like, barnacles growing on his face, though.
I'm a vampire.
Sorry. They were just on the mind. Okay. Local priest. CV intervention. The doors of the spirit. Okay. Down here. Kuldum, filled with... oh, a whole bunch of stuff. I thought it would be Punavit, but no, I think that's something else. Oh, Baron Dismarvis's apartment. Okay. Well, let's go to the Sailor's Inn. That's the warehouse there. About this person. Is this just a guard? Yeah, Indoril guard. Do Indoril guards here have anything peculiar to say? Does it admire you up a bit? How about a rumor?
Gila Mondrano has been more irritable than she usually is. I think she's having trouble sleeping.
Uh-oh. Okay, yeah, she's having trouble sleeping. Yeah, she's having weird dreams calling her at night to go out into the lake. Tell me an advice.
If you're looking for work, I suggest you see Dava Erinim in the communal trade house. She handles bounties for highwaymen and the like.
Huh. Okay. Over here. There was someone.
I'm listening.
Suvala Baron. An outlander in Aimrah. How strange. Speak. Oh, you actually do travel. Hlalu Ferry. Destination? My ship, the Knight's Sister, can take you back to the Hlalu Ferry. Okay. Background? Sure. What is the Hlalu Ferry? We'll have to find out eventually. Let's go into the communal trade house. Hello?
I don't have a lot of patience for questions, Outlander.
Hetman Dava Erinim. Blessings of the three upon you. I am Hetman Dava Erinim, the Hetman of Aimrah. Though you are a welcome breath of fresh air from the locals, I must let you know that this trade house doesn't trade goods with outlanders. If you're looking for services, I can point you in the right direction. Or are you perhaps a bounty hunter, looking to cash in on some bounties? Then you've come to the right place. Trade? I'm the Hetman of Aimrah, chosen and appointed by the Lord Indoril Ilvi himself. Aimrah is the periphery of the Roadir chapelry, so my work mustn't seem very interesting to an outlander. I make sure that the docks of Aimrah operate as intended, and that no cargo bound for Indoril goes missing. I also handle the bounties for common highwaymen. Background? I'm Hetman Dava Erinim, the appointed Hetman of Aimrah. Do not mistake me for one of the locals. His illuminated grace, the Indoril Ilvi of Roadir, has tasked me with overseeing this town. Interesting. So you're not necessarily a local. Loris Saldro? Let's go back into the other building, right? Let me bring up our map. Because that, one person who was having weird dreams, their room was in here, right? Yeah. Gila Mondrano's? Uh-oh. Oh! Okay. Some sort of power rat. Vicious rat. Poison. I'll eat it. Probably shouldn't have done that. Okay. Yeah, what if I need the poison for something else? I'll take these. Ooh. What the fuck? I'm in combat. Okay. Oh! The brittle wall crumbles, revealing the nest behind it. Oh my gosh. This is a rat world back here. Journal has been updated. I've killed all the rats in Gila Mondrano's apartment. They had made a nest behind the walls. I should let Gila know that the rat problem is no more. Where the hell even is Gila? Ring of Shadow Form. Dude, these rats are filled with poison. Rat meat, scales, bones. What the fuck? Okay. Let me pick into this while we're in here. Nah, nothing much. Iron short sword. Free money. Fellas Laudry's apartment? Hello?
Sarah.
Tell me your background.
I'm Felis Laudry, commoner.
How about a secret?
Deva Aranim might be the local hetman appointed by House Indoril, but she isn't a native of Aimrah. Apart from making sure that no cargo goes missing and that the Indoril Ilvi gets his dues, she doesn't really seem to know or care what's going on in this town.
Okay. Background? Same. What is going on in this town? Alright. So what building might even have this person? Maybe they're out here. Maybe this is them. Oh
No,
yeah,
I don't.
Gila Mondrano. Ever since those vicious rats started causing me trouble, I haven't had a good night's sleep. Here, I thought it was going to be like weird dreams or something. Maybe weird dreams is too on the nose for Morrowind. Right, given how it happens in the main story quest. Vicious rats. I killed them. Don't worry about how I got into your house or why I was in there. So the rats had a nest inside the walls. That mere thought of them living and breeding there makes my skin crawl. Thank you for killing them all, Lyle Schnub. You're not too bad for an outlander. Here's 3 potions of strength, and 1 for curing diseases too. You've earned them. Am I going to ingratiate myself to them? And get in on their secret cult or whatever? Aimrah Sailor's Inn. Perhaps. About out here at the cargo ships.
What is it now?
Diligent Faith.
I'm sure there's someone else you can bother.
Samaru Rathrion. Background? I'm Samaru Rathrion. I serve the Indoril Ilvi. This freighter, the Diligent Faith, belongs to him. Okay. Tell me about the town. No, I can't ask you about that. Okay, now I can. The crew and I only interact with the dock workers when we're loading cargo on board, but even brief encounters like that with the local Velothi are quite enough. There's something disconcerting about them that I can't quite put my finger on. Who knows why they are like that? Maybe it's the lake air? I don't know. Yeah, this is so like fucking... Like, I don't fucking know. This is so like Lovecraft meets Stephen King meets... You know, ain't one of these fucking stories. Alright, Nalman. I assume you're also on a cargo ship, right?
I'm Nalman, sailor.
Tell me about Dreg. It's bad luck to talk about him. It's bad business, speaking of the Dreg. Okay. The Sailor's Inn. It's locked right there. Hello?
I'm listening.
Evil
ahead.
U Laudry. Is obviously how you say this name. Evil U Laudry. Huh? You're not a local? I don't know you. Why are you talking to me, stranger? What do you want from me? I'm here to admire you? Tell me your background. You're an acrobat. Your trade? Okay. Yeah, the usual. Thieves Guild? Are you in the guild? Generic text. What about you?
Now,
Manalos Daram.
grief. Did that woman put starch in my shorts?
What is it? We don't like strangers in Aimrah.
Which is really saying, right? Let's be clear. We are literally in Morrowind, right? We're in Morrowind in Indoril territory as someone who is openly the Nerevarine. People not liking strangers is like par of the course. So it's especially wild when we go to a town and it's like, yeah, here, we don't like strangers. Even more so than every other place that also doesn't like strangers. We're like that times 2. Okay, tell me your background.
I am Manolos Deram, sailor.
What about
You
you?
may speak.
Zadathis Aldrethi.
I may be blind, but I can tell for a fact You're not one of the locals or a sailor from across the lake. You don't smell like one.
He's got like a Soulsborne laugh. Alright, tell me about Aimrah.
I reckon you've already realized this town isn't very welcoming to outsiders. It's not your fault, friend. Some say that suspicion and superstition are in every true Aimrah native's blood. With the exception of me, of course. Old Zadathis isn't averse to strangers. I welcome them all, especially the ones who buy me drinks.
Okay, can I admire? Whoa! Got it up to 99 immediately. Your background?
Zadathis Aldrethi. Old Zadathis, they call me. I'm just a blind old man nowadays. But when I was young and full of life, my trade was that of a sailor.
Okay, tell me about your trade.
I was a sailor for over 5 months, until I became blind and turned to drinking. How did I lose my sight? Well, I like to tell a story of how I once stole a kiss from a mermaid queen, and so the jealous king of the sea had my eyes put out. But the far less exciting truth is that if you live long enough, your sight will fade away. I suppose it's your eyes growing tired of looking at the world. Do I sound bitter? Well, maybe I am a little, but I reckon that during those years on the seas and on this lake, I saw more than enough for one lifetime. Beautiful things, yes, but also unfathomable things. Things that terrified me to the bone. I tell you, there are nights when glimpses of the things I saw, or thought I saw in my youth, return to haunt me in my dreams. And I'm glad to wake up blind.
Oh shit, okay. Okay. Tell me about the Dreg.
There are whispers that there's a whole bunch of them that live in the depths of Lake Andarum, surrounded by ancient shipwrecks and sunken treasures, and others still whisper that when the moons and the stars are just right, those monsters take to the land and walk among us as if they weren't waterbound at all. Whether or not there's any truth to that, I can't say, but I reckon it's best we don't talk about them too much. Who knows who might be listening?
What? Okay. Okay, someone in particular? Oh.
Mostly fishermen, dock workers, and sailors in this town. Deva Erenim is the appointed headman of this town. She can be found in the trade house. Dilvene Gilmanil runs the sailor's inn. Ivan Saloth is the priest at the shrine of St. Holmes. Then there are the Marvis brothers, Captain Obadur Marvis of the freighter Perudma, and Guarkeeper Barandus Marvis.
And I can actually ask about them here. Tell me about Ivan or Ivan.
The good priest is not a native of Aimrah. It's not his fault, but it means that the locals have always been a little wary of him.
Tell me about Perudma.
Some say that Captain Obadur named his ship after his dead mother, but that's no Dunmer name I ever heard.
Okay. Sure. What about you?
Fine with me. Go
Augustinius. What a fucking... Oh. Yet another dark elf. Well, at least you're not a local. They give me the creeps. Can I admire you more? Okay. Tell me about this town, Aimrah. One more drink and I'm leaving this town behind me. How about your background? You're a sailor. Tell me a rumor. I haven't heard any rumors. Lalsa Lendu? You ask too many questions, Outlander. Your background? You're a sailor. Dilveen Gilmanil. How many of these people are going to end up being dregs? Right? It's the sailors, isn't it? The sailors are going to be like actually magical dregs. Welcome to the Sailor's Inn, Outlander. I'm Dilveen Gilmanil, owner of this place. We sell liquor here that you can drink without going blind. Our beds, that's an interesting clarification considering the man over there who I just talked to. Our beds are normally all taken. But since my last lodger, Hurav Philippian, decided to make a run for it without paying for his room, we do have one room available. Payment up front this time, though. I've learned my lesson, but enough about me and my troubles. What brings you to Aimrah? Not many Outlanders come here. What do you sell? Yeah, the usual, in addition to the liquor. Background? You're a publican, of course. Tell me about Hurav Philippian. Yes, an Outlander like you. A scholar of some sort. A skittish fellow, the type that never stays here for too long. He left without paying for his room. Owes me 30 drakes. I don't have the time to go and look for him, but I don't suppose you could find him for me. Get my money back? Sure. Thank you, Lyle Schnub. Unless he dived into the lake, and I very much doubt that. The only way to go from here is north. He can't be very far away. Come back when you've found him and gotten my 30 drakes back. She very much doubts that because she's actually a secret dreg, and she lives in the lake. Okay. Let's see. Anything else I can ask about? I guess I could get a bed. Yes, we have one available. It's 10 gold for the rest of the day. Do you want it? Sure. Thank you. It's the room's upstairs, just next to the front door. Sleep tight. Whoa. Anything else about Hurav? Let me know when you found him, and have the money he owes me. Okay. Is that a note? No, it's a rag. Back door. Free to enter.
Outlander,
Nara?
what do you want?
Tell me about the town. I've lived here all my life, but this place has never felt like home to me. This is a miserable town. Oh, what wouldn't I do to get out of here? Okay. What wouldn't you do to get out of here? Anything of interest back here? Scuttle? Oh. Little drinking vessels. Nothing much there.
Please.
Okay,
have a look
we should
around.
sleep in the bed. Right, we should definitely do that. Oh my gosh.
Creature.
Velms Felvano.
Why do you disturb me, Outlander? I was just about to give this damn lizard the beating of his life.
Why? I can't let you do that. Go ahead. This is none of my business. Why?
For being a disgusting lizard, that's why. We don't want his ilk in Aimrah.
Fine. This is none of my business. I will fight you if I have to. You're obviously very agitated. Here, have a drink on me. Give him 10 gold. I feel like giving him money is the most Slalu thing we could do, right?
Fine. I was feeling a bit thirsty anyway.
Okay. Yellow
Summoned
scales.
by another. Questions again.
Thank you for helping. All Yellow Scales needs now is the key from Dilveen Gilmanil to go free.
Oh. Okay.
Listen, you don't belong here, Outlander. Why don't you just get out of Aimrah and leave us alone?
Can I persuade you any? I can. You're also a sailor. Okay. Oh, he's actually leaving.
I'm very happy to make your acquaintance.
Sure. And this must be our room. Common skirt. Broken bottle beneath. Okay. Well, we may get a visit at night. Let's go for 3 hours.
You
Oh god! But not by who you would think! Oh shit! Okay, let's load that. Let's see. Let's try it again. Oh, it worked that time. Okay. There we are. Nothing weird happened. As far as I know.
I'm very happy to make
Sure.
your acquaintance.
I'm surprised I couldn't buy this person a drink. Maybe I could? Let's see, if I buy you some grief?
Our doors are always open.
Let's see. No dice. Okay. So what's her name who I just spoke with has a key?
There's someone
Just recently. Yeah, you. Okay. Nothing new
Impressive.
though.
These clothes suit you well.
Okay. Should I go into the communal trade house and do more? Or should I go into the north and look for this dude? Yeah, let's go look for him. Barandus Marvis, Guarkeeper. Background?
My name is Barandus Marvis. I'm the Guar Keeper.
Someone in particular?
Dava Aranim is the appointed hetman of this town. She can be found in the trade house. Yvonne Saloth is a priest at the shrine of St. Olms.
But those are all the ones that are also outsiders. Right. Alright. I think this is our guy. Okay. Yeah, Harav Philippian. Hello. Hey. Hey you. You're not heading to Aimrah, are you? Maybe I am. Don't tell me you're planning on staying in Aimrah. Yes, I am. No. Maybe, but when I leave, I won't forget to pay for my room like you did. Let's say that. Oh, did I? I suppose I did. Left in quite a hurry. How much do I owe her? 30 septims. Lie. 300 septims. Let's lie. No, you're lying to me, aren't you? Are you in cahoots with the townsfolk? What sort of sick joke is this? Oh, let's persuade him up a little bit. Okay, let's go down that again. Alright. Yeah, I'll tell you the truth this time. Okay, take the money to her, will you? I won't be going back to that inn. Goodbye. Do yourself a favor and steer clear of Aimrah. I'm never going back to that town. What about it? Don't tell me you're planning on staying in Aimrah. I am. Listen to me, buddy. Don't make the same mistake I did. The townspeople, they don't like outlanders like us. I'm a scholar, you see, of biology. I came here to study Lake Undarum and its creatures, the Dreg. I guess I offended some of the locals with my questions, because I had to run for my life. Because some of the locals are Dreg. What happened? I'm not interested. What happened? Well, nothing actually happened. Not yet, anyway. It was more of a feeling, or a hunch, if you will, that I was in mortal danger, like I was constantly being watched by someone. At night, they tried to break into the room I was staying in. Or that's what I think. I decided I couldn't take it anymore, packed my things, and left. I'll be going to Almasthir now. From there, I can find a ship to take me back to civilization. Okay, goodbye. Yes. Bye. I must be going, too. Tell me about Dreg real quick. They are reclusive, but it's said that a great number of them live in the waters of Lake Undarum. That is why I came here. You see, the Dreg found in Morrowind are different from the ones found elsewhere in Tamriel. And I don't just mean the physiological attributes. They behave differently, too, as if they had a culture of their own. It would have been interesting to study them in the field, but perhaps I'm not cut out for that. Tell me about the town again? No way I'm ever setting foot in that town again. The air was stale as if the lake was putrid, and the locals were less than friendly. I'll be going to Almasthir now. From there, I can find a ship to take me back to civilization. Okay. Maybe I can commune with them and be chill with them if I help them out enough. I don't know. Okay. Where was it that, yeah, it was at the inn, right? Let's see. Oh, here it is. Okay. Down here. And let's see, I got your 30 gold.
This place.
Let's see. I spoke with Harav Philippian. Do you have the money Harav owes me? Yes, here's your 30 septims. Lie. I found him, but he refused to pay. Yeah, here's your 30. Thank you, Lyle Schnub. Here's a book that Harav left behind. Don't think he'll miss it, so you keep it. Maybe you'll find it interesting, or perhaps you can sell it for some profit. Life Cycle of the Dreg. Added to your inventory. Dilvain Gilmanil thanked me for helping. She gave me a book that Harav Philippian left behind in his room. Did he actually leave it? He didn't mention anything about that. Okay. I guess we'll read this because it might be important to what's going on. Revolting Life Cycle of the Dreg. Fronto macilius. Contrary to local myths about the origins of this base species, the Dreg migrate from the Abetian Sea into the lakes and inlets that feed into the Iliac Bay. In addition to their massive claw-like limbs, pincers, and scuttling feet protruding from a human torso-sized skeletal frame, the Dreg wear armored hides and secrete shell wax that are prized in some quarters. They are aquatic scavengers, spending much of their time in deep ocean water. Local fishermen tell of altercations with this species, such as when the Dreg cut fishermen's nets to steal fish. But Dreg are mostly mild-mannered, except during Carvinasm, their period of transformation. During Carvinasm, Dreg walk upon the land, favoring shoreline marshes and rivers close to the open water. Hatchlings are closely guarded and broodmothers are extremely territorial, reacting to invaders with both speed and hostility. This leads credence to the notion that Carvinasm heightens the Dreg's martial instincts. Indeed, after witnessing the evisceration of our lead geographer, Pulcherius Pomptinus, our raiding party thought twice before capturing and culling further specimens. After a year of landwalking, the Dreg return to the water. As they submerge, they undergo a final transformation, known as meth, where they devour their land skin and air organs, the body parts they no longer need, and then vomit the congealed remains into small fibrous balls that are approximately a foot in diameter. These disgusting and foul-smelling spheres are known as Grom and are found in clusters around lakes. So far, our apothecaries have discovered no virtues in Grom, aside from inducing queasiness in some of the more weak-stomached members of this contingent. Huh. Okay. Anything else? No.
I don't know where to begin. It is such
Okay.
a
Well, what the fuck? We could try breaking into the warehouse. And we could check out more of the communal trade house. Did we check out everything in there? Don't think so. Okay. Bunch of bread. Eggs. Whoa, loads of salt rice. Okay, hold up. There we are. Wow, even more. 40 pieces so far. 20 eggs. And 20 scuttle. That's 80 instances of wartcraft right there. Okay. Ooh. 100. Got some bread, cloth sack, 10 rice, 20 scuttle again, 20 more salt rice. My god, man. I don't even know if these stacks of 5 are really that worth it, but fuck me. Stacks of 10 or even 20 are definitely worth it. Okay, wow. Holy shit. That's a lot of Warcraft. Anything up inside these baskets? Don't think so. Okay. How about back around this way? Oh, rooftop access. Does this go anywhere in particular? Don't think so. There's a shrine.
May you find me worthy of your
Yvonne.
attention.
Blessings of the three upon you. Did the temple send you here to help me? None of the locals will. I'm trying to find my friend Jebin. He's gone missing.
Okay. Tell me about the town.
I'm from Almasthur originally, so I'm not one of the locals. Can't say I like this town very much if I'm perfectly honest.
What's your background?
I'm Yvonne Seloth, priest and acolyte of the temple. I take care of the Shrine of St. Olms and provide spiritual guidance to the sailors.
Okay. Tell me about Jeb.
He's a sailor, a young man in his 30s, a mere boy for a Dunmer, you understand. Now, unlike most of the local sailors, he visits this shrine regularly, not just to pray and make offerings, but also to talk with me. He's an orphan, you see. He needs some guidance in his life. I suppose he's come to see me as a bit of a father, and I must admit, I'm rather fond of the boy myself. Poor thing.
Poor thing. I'm not interested, sorry. Poor thing?
Jebin is, well, his heart is in the right place, but his mind is troubled, haunted for some reason. He's told me that he sometimes sees and hears impossible things when he's out on the lake, has nightmares of drowning. Poor boy. A feeble mind such as his shouldn't be in that profession. So now you understand why I'm worried that he's not visited me in days. I fear that either something bad has happened to him, or that he's done something foolish. Please, will you help me find him?
Alright, I will. Where should I start? Sorry, not interested. Sure, I'm with the temple, sort of. Where should I start?
Thank you, Lyle Schnub. Jebin is part of the crew of the freighter Paradma. The ship's anchored at the docks. You should question the captain, Obadiah Marvis. If anyone knows where Jebin is, it's him. If Jebin doesn't want to visit me anymore, it's all right. I'm not angry with him. I just want to know that he's okay.
Alright. More on Jebin?
The Paradma is anchored at the docks. You should question the captain, Obadiah Marvis. If anyone knows where Jebin is, it's him. If Jebin doesn't want to visit me anymore, it's all right. I'm not mad. I just want to know that he's okay.
Okay. Sure, may as well get that going.
Talk if you're talking.
Oh, there's someone up top here.
Talk?
Nidara Drelvi. I've heard of you, Lyle Schnub. Would you be willing to hear a business proposition? You've heard of me. In this town? Let me persuade you a bit. Okay. Sure, what's your business proposition? I'm trying to set up a trade relationship between my lord, Indaril Saras, and House Drace, but I'm afraid that my lord doesn't have a good grasp of what the Drace are willing to buy. He has asked me to sell a number of commonplace goods. These rarely go over well with the Drace, who pride themselves on their self-sufficiency. I'm sure they do. I'm sure House Drace does pride themselves on their self-sufficiency. If you were to supply me with more interesting wares for Drace trade, I would make it worth your while. Alright, I'm not interested. Okay, what are we talking about interesting wares, though? Glad to hear it. Let me know if you come across any goods for Drace trade. Which would be... Do you have any interesting goods for the Drace trade? Dwemer coin? You know, there's a ban in place on trading Dwemer goods. That and the Drace are looking for goods with more than just a monetary value. This won't work. Uh-huh. Okay. Commonplace goods? The Drace pride themselves on their independence and self-reliance, so they are not interested in purchasing commonplace goods. For instance, they probably do not want clothes or perfumes, common weapons or armor, or other goods they can acquire themselves. On the same note, they care about more practical goods than valuable ones. Rare ores that would go over much better than rare coins, for example. You can also bring me goods that they simply cannot find in Deshawn. Local instruments or food may work. Oh, okay. Business proposition? Remember, if you were to supply me with interesting wares for the Drace trade, I would make it worth your while. Are you looking to cut off our business partnership? No, let's continue. Glad to hear it. Let me know if you find any more goods for the Drace. Okay. Are there goods right here? No. Okay, let's break into this warehouse real quick. Good. Get the pick readied. Oh. An ominous hatch. Okay. And of course, if this is a warehouse used by sailors, and the sailors might be a fucking problem and a half. Okay. A lot of booze. Aimrah warehouse basement. Master's lockpick. Take it. You know what? Let's get out of here and let's go over to the ship real quick. Just in case that sends me down some path, right? Okay. Let's see. Which one was the Perudma? This one's covered in barnacles. That's something you don't often see.
May you
Nalman?
find all that you seek, traveler.
Yeah, Perudma. Chat with the captain. There's barnacles even inside. There's a dreg shield, too. Obadur Marvis.
Excuse me, I don't talk with people I don't like. Leave me alone.
Let me admire you. Tell me your background.
I'm Obadur Marvis, captain of the Perudma.
Tell me about the Perudma.
Yes, this is my ship.
And Yvonne Saloth?
I never liked that priest. He's an outsider, like you.
And what of Jebin?
He's part of my crew. What's this about?
Can you tell me more about him? I understand that he's gone missing. Never mind. I understand that he's gone missing.
Huh, is that so? Who put you up to this?
Yvonne Saloth. He's worried. Lie. No one. It doesn't matter. Should I lie? No, I'll be truthful. I have no reason to lie here. Yvonne Saloth. He's worried.
The priest is worried. How touching. No, I don't know where Jebin is. Haven't seen him since we unloaded the cargo a couple days ago. He's a damn sluggard.
A sluggard? Do you have any idea where he could be? Okay, thank you for this information. Any idea where he could be?
No doubt he has run away with that harlot Anara. She works down at the Sailor's Inn. Jebin visits her often, brings her gifts from across the lake. I guess he must be in love. Foolish boy. Dilvin Gilmanil owns the inn. Maybe she knows where the two are.
I think we ran into Anara, right?
She works down at the Sailor's Inn. A harlot, like I said.
Jebin?
Go find Anara. Jebin's run away with that harlot, I'm sure.
Okay. What have we got back here? Harpoon? Harpoon. 2 types of harpoon. Do they have identical stats? I think. Oh, this one weighs more. I guess on account it's got a little bit more rope and it's a bit more metal. Yeah. Whereas this one has like a haft made of wood. But otherwise, damage and range and speed is identical, I think. in condition. Okay. Let me check out the lower level here.
I'm sure there's someone else you can bother.
Yeah, notice there's definitely people who have barnacles on their faces. Tersoa. Excuse me, I don't talk with people I don't like. Leave me alone. Well, you like me now. Tell me your background. You're a sailor. Some lore? The first age Dunmer tribes that settled Morrowind became the modern Great House clans. Ashlanders also descend from these early Dunmer tribes. I think that's just generic stuff. Whoa. There's a non-Dunmer in here. Okay.
Can't you find someone else to bother?
Durlathir.
I don't think you're supposed to be here. I'm watching you, landlubber.
Background?
I am Darlathir, sailor.
Okay. Dragwax. They be excretin and secretin. Wooden door. Am I allowed to go down here? Look at all the barrels. Gate. Okay. Are the barrels filled with anything? Don't think so. Definitely made to obstruct your view. Weak poison. Broken bottle. Harpoon. Inkwell. More dragwax everywhere. I'll eat it. That's right. Little do all these dreg people know, I'm out here eating the fucking wax. I'm eating their secretions. It's like an eerie draft. Okay. Oh shit. Durlathir's here.
Well, well, well. Thought you'd have yourself a look around, eh? The cargo hold is off limits. You'd better explain just what the hell you're doing here. Now.
Lie. The captain said I could be here. Lie. I'm with the Aimrah Port Authority. This is an official inspection. I go wherever I want. Get out of my way, you bearded worm. Apologies. I'll be going now. Oh, my bad.
Not so fast. Why are you trespassing here? You're a damn thief, aren't you?
I go wherever I want. Get out of my way, you bearded worm. How about I just run away? Both of these are probably going to get him to attack me, no? What if I just run?
What? Oi, come back here, you bastard!
Fetcher.
Shit. Okay. Should I kill this guy? I guess I'm gonna fucking kill him. Huh. Peculiar wax amulet. I take the wax amulet off and his true form is revealed. I guess not. Okay. Sure. Hello?
I don't know where to begin.
Okay. Let's head over here. We'll go into the Sailor's Inn. Down this way.
Impressive. These clothes suit you well. Tell
Oh,
your
and
friends
Naro
about
is back here. Yeah, you're the one who wanted to
me.
leave.
May I help you?
Okay. You're a Nara, huh? That's me. Tell me about Jebin. Did Jebin send you? Do you have a message from him? Jebin is missing. I'm trying to find him. Oh, I thought that he hadn't visited me because he was too busy. I know that Captain Obador makes him work like a slave, but the captain hasn't seen him either? Captain Obador thought you and Jebin might have run away together. Run away? Together? I don't appreciate that the captain would insinuate something like that. I'm a servant and not a barmaid, not some And a barmaid, not some, well, you know. This is not the kind of place, not that kind of place. Jebin and I are just friends. Not that I would mind leaving Aimrah. Life here is miserable. If I had the means to leave, believe me, I'm stuck here. Where do you think Jebin could be? Tell me more about Jebin. Where do you think Jebin could be? I don't know. Like I said, I thought he was on the ship. Or maybe visiting Yvonne Saloth. Jebin really likes the priest. Besides, I think Yvonne Saloth is the only friend Jebin has. I don't think Jebin would leave Aimrah without letting me or Yvonne know. Tell me more about Jebin. He's the only one I feel like I can really talk to. You see, I don't have a family. It's difficult sometimes, but Jebin understands me. He's an orphan too. I suppose that's why we originally got to talking. It's good to have someone in my life who knows what it's like. Yvonne Saloth told me that Jebin is troubled. What happened to your family? Thank you for this information. I'll be on my way. What happened to your family? I don't know what happened to them. I don't even know who they were. Old Lady Gilmanil, Dilvine's late mother, told me that she just found me alone on her doorstep one day. She wasn't exactly warm, but she was kind enough to take me in. I've been here ever since, working to earn my keep. I've no memory of my parents. They abandoned me here, so they couldn't have been very nice people. Yvonne Saloth told me that Jebin is troubled. Yes, I blame the lake. It's playing tricks on his mind and making him sick. Last time I saw him, he told me of a nightmare he had. In the dream, he was underwater. It was cold and dark. Shadows grabbed him by the ankles and pulled him deeper and deeper until a gigantic maw opened below him and swallowed him whole. And after he woke up, he found an amulet in his pocket that he didn't remember putting in there. He gave it to me as a gift. Here, have a look. It's a rather ugly thing, to be honest. Peculiar wax amulet again. I wasn't worried before, but now. Fine, Jebin, Lyle Schnub, please. Can I talk to you again? About yourself? That's me. I've been living under the Gilmanil's roof ever since I was little. I have no memory of my real parents. They abandoned me here, so they couldn't have been very nice people. Jebin? Please, do your best to find Jebin. He's the only true friend that I have in this town. Peculiar wax amulet. It's a rather ugly looking thing, to be honest. Okay. Dilvine Gilmanil? What's the story with Inara? My late mother took her in when she was but a child, and I wasn't much older myself. I don't know who her parents were. I suppose they were running away from the Arnesian War and simply left her behind. Don't matter to me. She's a hard-working girl who earns her keep. That's all I care about. What about Jebin? So Inara's friend has gone missing. No, I don't know where that weird boy is. Haven't seen him in days. Okay.
Greetings to you.
Can I ask Zadathis about the... Oh, he wants to talk.
Hey there, friend. I hear you're looking for the young Jebin. I reckon I could help you. Why don't you buy old Zadathis a jug of Maste first, and then I'll tell you what I know.
Okay. Sure. I don't already have some, do I? Right? No. Alright, I'll take one jug. Thank you. Here you go.
You got that jug of Maste for me, friend? Then we'll talk about Jebin.
Here you go. Even the little sound effect.
Thank you for the Maste, friend. Come closer. I don't want to have to speak too loudly. Now, you're looking for Jebin, but I'm afraid that both you and Yvonne Saloth are blinder than poor old me when it comes to finding him. That's because neither of you is a native of this town. So, you don't know the history of Aimrah.
What's the history of Aimrah?
Tell me, how much do you know of the Arnesian War?
Never heard of it. Not much. Quite a bit, actually. Let's say never heard of it. I want to know everything possible that he'll tell me.
Well, it doesn't matter. It's one thing to know and a whole other thing to remember. It's been over 30 years since the war with the Argonians ended, but the further south you go, the more recent it still is in people's minds. Even now, I can recall the sense of impending doom we got from the news of fighting in the plains of Deshan and the horrors that took place in the siege of Tyr. Soon, we thought, the Argonians would lay waste to Aldhorak, cross a lake, and the war would come to Aimrah.
Please continue. What does this have to do with Jebin? Please continue.
That's when some of the local families wanted to act instead of just waiting. They were saying that we should make sure that the Argonians never crossed Lake Andarum. There's dreg in the lake, you see, and they reckoned they could strike a deal with them. They knew the temple wouldn't like it, so it'd all be a secret. Pay the dreg tribute, and they'd protect us. Now, I don't know what really happened in the end, but what I do know is that we never saw so much as a sliver of lizard in Aimrah.
What does this have to do with Jebin? Are any of those families still around? Get to the point, old man. Any of those families still around?
You see, it was none other than the Marvis family who pushed the deal. It said that old man Marvis, Captain Obadur's father, was the main instigator. I don't know what sort of deal he was supposed to make with those lake devils, or with what means of communication, but ever since those days, the Marvis family has been blessed with wealth and good fortune. In 30 years, not once have I heard of any of their ships sinking or getting stranded, and their divers bring up pearls the size of my fist.
I see, but what does this have to do with Jebin's disappearance?
Jebin is not the first one to go missing like this. There's been a good handful of lake-faring souls like him who have simply vanished. Some of them, poor fellows, were sailors working for the Marvis family, just like him. As I recall, it all started not long after the Arnesian War ended. Now, if a secret pact was indeed made with the dreg, what do you reckon was offered to them in return for their favor? I ask you, what could monsters like them possibly want?
Gold? Food? Friendship? I don't know. Friendship?
You're either a fool or a joker for saying that, and I'm afraid that Aimrah has no need for either. No, the dregs seek no friendship. They are monsters, and to them we are naught but meat, flesh to devour. That's the only thing land dwellers like us could offer them, our very lives.
So you think Jebin is going to be fed to the dreg of the lake? You're a drunken fool. What you're implying is crazy. So you think Jebin is going to be fed to the dreg of the lake?
I'm not sure of any of this, my friend, but even a blind man, such as myself, can tell there's something fishy going on. I can feel it in my gut. The boy is in grave danger. If he's still alive, he must be on board the Paradma. So long as the ship is docked here, there's hope. Search the ship, Lyle Schnub. He must be there somewhere. In the cargo hold, perhaps.
I've been to the cargo hold already. Jebin wasn't there.
Huh? He wasn't in the cargo hold? So it seems that the boy isn't held captive by Captain Obadur after all.
Sorry, excuse me here. All right, we are back. Sorry about that. Had to blow my nose and got a drink. All right, let's see.
He wasn't in the cargo hold, so it seems that the boy isn't held captive by Captain Oberdur after all. However, there's still Oberdur's brother, Barandus Marvis. I'm sure he must be involved in this. I reckon you might want to ask him about Jebin. He's always outside, tending the guar by the town entrance. Keeps his apartment in the Aimrah apartment complex always locked. Might be worth searching the apartment too. Maybe they're keeping poor Jebin there.
Okay. What about this peculiar wax amulet I got?
Let me touch the amulet. It's strange indeed. No, I can't say I've ever come across anything like this amulet.
How about Anara?
She's a barmaid here. Lovely girl.
The war?
The war was fought some 30 years ago. I was old even then, so I did not participate in the fighting. Thank the three. It was a terrible war, my friend. So much suffering. Many lost their family in the war. There's nothing quite as sad as an orphan Dunmer.
Tell me about the history of the town again.
I already told you all you need to know. During the Arnesian War, there was a secret pact made with the Dreg of Lake Andarum to protect this town. The Marvis family supposedly spearheaded the deal.
And more on Jebin?
I reckon you might want to ask Baradas Marvis about Jebin. He's always outside tending the guar by the town entrance. Keeps his apartment.
Okay, same. More on the Marvis family?
No one's truly rich in Aimrah, but the Marvis family have still amassed an impressive amount of wealth. Quite unusual for a family of common Velothi, if you ask me. There are two prominent family members left in Aimrah, Captain Oberdur and his brother Barandus, spitting images of their father, the old man Marvis. He was a true Aimrah native, red-haired and gloomy. I suppose he died years ago. We haven't seen him in a decade or so. I remember he had a wife who wasn't from around here. Never saw her.
Okay.
Please join me.
This guy also doesn't have any barnacles on his face.
Impressive. These clothes suit you well.
Does old man Zadathis have any? I don't think so.
What do you want, Outlander?
Please join me.
Okay.
How wonderful. Welcome, Outlander.
Sure. Let's head on out over here. We'll speak with the guar keeper before we go break into the apartment.
Go ahead. I'm waiting.
Did I speak with Voldronu Ralal? Beware the lake, Outlander. Background? I am Voldrano Ralal, fisherman. Okay.
Say what you want or go away.
Barandus Marvis.
It is always an honor, Nerevarine.
Okay. Tell me about your family.
I will not discuss my family with outsiders.
If I persuade you. Ooh, 84. Still nothing. How about Jebin?
My brother did warn me that a nosy outlander would come asking questions about a missing sailor. So, am I the new suspect?
Yes. I just want to ask you some questions. You have nothing to worry about if you have nothing to hide. I just want to ask some questions.
I absolutely refuse to play along with this farce of an investigation. We don't want your trouble in Aimrah, Outlander. Why do you keep harassing us like this?
Because I'm worried about Jebin. Because Avon Saloth is worried about Jebin. Avon Saloth is worried about Jebin.
Well, do you know who I think should be your main suspect? It's none other than that damned outsider priest, Avon Saloth himself. He filled that boy's Jebin's head with all kinds of nonsense. Not just temple teachings, let me tell you. He tried to turn the boy against his captain, against the whole town. If anything, I think you should search the priest's apartment for clues. His apartment is inside the complex.
Huh. Okay. Well, I guess we'll search both of their apartments then.
Go ahead. I'm
Let's
listening.
see over here. That's the healers.
May you find me.
Now this
worthy
dude is
of your
barnacled up.
attention.
Okay. Over here. Von Saloth, priest. Oh shit. Oh my god, it's Jebin. Missing a fucking leg. Okay. And arms. Yeah, missing an arm and a leg. You have found what's left of poor Jebin. His hair is wet, his lungs full of water. His neck appears to be broken. An arm and a leg are missing. Whoa, what the fuck? Huh. Okay. Get a pick here. 36 lessons of Vivek, Sermon 27. Is this the one about the dreg? No, I don't think so. Like the ruddy man? Okay. I mean, I do think that these people are secret dregs. But I don't know if, like... is that bad? Is it a bad thing if they are? So what if they are? Maybe they're not... Right? They helped the people of this town before. Why would they suddenly stop? Unless, of course, the offerings really are people. But what if it's just like salt rice and stuff? What if it's other food? Can I heal him? Let's see. I did just pick up this healed companion. I mean, he's definitely dead, right? His neck's broken. Okay. I'm guessing he wants to pin it on the dreg, because he
May
has
you
it out
find
for them.
me worthy of your attention.
Okay. Like I said, I do think that the dreg situation is real. Alright. Well, before we check Marvis's, let's go
Please
talk to
join me.
Marvis and maybe. Yeah. Let's see. I found Jebin. You were right.
You found the body in Yvonne Saloth's apartment. The priest obviously killed him. Case closed. You should report him to the guards.
Obviously killed him? Okay, maybe not. Maybe not. Yvonne
Welcome
Saloth.
to you.
You're back, Lyle Schnub. Have you managed to track down Jebin? I pray to the three that he's alright.
You know what? I am going to break into the other one. Right? If he hadn't said obviously, then maybe I would have been like, yeah, it's a ploy. Right? They're playing like 4D chess out here or whatever the fuck. You know? Okay. Get my pick ready. The Sean bread jug. The homily of the pilgrim. Desk. Guide to Necrom, rolled paper. 10 eggs, which I will munch upon. Okay. More food. Okay, nothing in the bowl, nor the urn. Skylamp Night. Traditional slowed tail. Fortify Endurance Pot. Okay. Huh. I mean, there's nothing incriminating in here, is there? Okay. The other Marvis brother doesn't have an apartment here, though, right? Yeah. Okay. Maybe I can talk to Old Man Zadathis real quick. Let's see. Because what would he do with the arm and the leg? Right? What would the priest do with them? Whereas the Dreg would probably be eating them.
Lyle Schnub, good to hear your voice. What can this blind old sailor do for your friend?
I found Jebin.
I was afraid the young lad might already be dead, but I still hold on to hope, the fool that I am. This is a grievous thing, my friend. A grievous thing, indeed. There's a shadow over Aimrah.
Okay.
Please,
Can I tell
have a
Inara
look
back here? Ooh, I can tell you about Jebin and the Arnesian War. You have found Jebin? Jebin is dead, I'm sorry. Well, I found what was left of him. Jebin is dead, I'm sorry. No, Lyle Schnupp, you're wrong. You've got to be mistaken. Whoever you found cannot be Jebin. Jebin cannot be dead. He can't be. Please tell me it isn't so. I'm afraid so. Oh no. Oh no. Poor Jebin. Why? Why did he die? He never did anything to deserve this. That's what I'm trying to find out. Please, Lyle Schnubb, whoever did this has to be punished. Only a heartless monster could do such a thing. More on Jebin? Poor Jebin. I still can't believe it happened. Did you find whoever did this? Tell me about the war. I remember Jebin telling me that his parents died in the war. He's originally from across the lake, you see. That's where all the fighting was, I'm told.
Do you have something to say, Outlander?
Okay. Sure.
You flatter
Okay.
me with your attention, Outlander.
Let's head on over here. I guess we'll talk to the priest about it. I wonder if we can find the body parts. Or have they been eaten? Okay.
Yes, Outlander. How do you do?
I'm
Let's see
waiting.
over here.
I could eat a
Yvonne Saloth.
You're back, Lyle Schnub. Have you managed to track down Jebin? I pray to the three that he's all right.
Well,
You found him.
he's dead. I'm sorry. I found him dead in your apartment, on your bed, partly dismembered. Never mind. I found him dead in your apartment.
What are you talking about? Partly dismembered? On my bed? That makes no sense.
That's where I found him. You have some explaining to do. Stop lying, priest. You know more than you let on. I think he does know more than he lets on, but I'm not convinced he's the killer, right? You know more than you let on.
I swear by the three and the saints that I don't know anything about what you're saying. I had no idea Jebin was dead. I hoped he was still alive. You have to believe me.
How do you explain the body being in your home, then?
Someone must have carried his body to my apartment. My door is never locked. Yes, they could have easily done so. They're trying to frame me, Lyle Schnub. You don't think I killed Jebin, do you?
I believe you. You didn't kill Jebin. I don't know what to believe. I think you're guilty. I mean, we don't have any irrefutable evidence against anyone. I don't know what to believe. So maybe we shouldn't commit yet?
Listen, if I had killed Jebin, surely I wouldn't have left the body in my apartment, and surely I wouldn't have asked for your help to find him. I didn't kill him, that poor boy.
I believe you. Well, I guess you're making sense. You must be guilty. I will let the guards know of this. I guess you're making sense.
Good. Thank you, Lyle Schnub. Now, I don't know why anyone would want to slaughter Jebin like this, but maybe we can find the ones responsible for his death. We must be clever and careful. It's clear that there's a greater conspiracy at play. Someone must know who carried Jebin's body into my apartment. Wait a minute. Rathis Falvano. He's that shifty-looking guy who's always loitering in the halls of the apartment complex. I hear he sometimes does odd jobs for the Marvis family, too. Highly suspicious, don't you think? You should question him.
Oh, and he's one of the bebarnacled fellows. Bebarnacled. More on Jebin?
You should question Rathis Falvano. Even if he didn't carry poor Jebin's body into my apartment himself, he must know something.
Welcome, friend.
Okay.
I feel as though I should know you.
Who was the other one with barnacles that we saw? They were on the ship, weren't they? I keep going into the communal trade house instead of the inn. It's just so centrally located. Okay. Oh, no, wait. I need to go to the apartment complex anyway. My bad. Okay, over here. Oh, this is the warehouse. I'm helpless. Okay. I assume he's just going to immediately attack me, right?
Go
Hello?
ahead. I'm listening.
Let me get some fatigue back here, if I can. Alright. What do you know about Jebin?
What? Someone carried a dead body to the priest's apartment? I'm just a commoner. I ain't done nothing wrong, I swear.
I don't believe you. You killed Jebin and tried to frame Yvonne Saloth. Maybe you've seen something. Tell me what you know. Listen up, barnacle face. You'd better start talking before I beat you senseless. Never mind then. Maybe you've seen something. Tell me what you know. Okay. Yeah, I guess this guy, he's... Everything in this guy's a dreg?
No. I know nothing. Please stop harassing me. Glub glub.
What was that weird sound you just made? Okay. Listen up, barnacle face. You'd better start talking before I beat you senseless. I want to know what happened to Jebin. Please tell me what you know. What was that weird sound you just made? Never mind. What was that weird sound?
What sound? Glub glub.
That sound. You made it again. Never mind. Look, you obviously know something. Please tell me what you know. Whatever. I'm losing my patience. Spill the beans or I'll gut you like a fish. Okay. That sound. You made it again.
You're making me nervous, Outlander. Glub. That's what it is.
Okay, listen to me, you weird toad boy. Tell me what you know and I don't break your face. Look, you obviously know something. Please tell me what you know.
All right. I will tell you everything. But not here. Not here. There he is everywhere. They'd kill me if they knew I was talking to you. We need to go somewhere where it's safe.
He's either gonna kill me or he's actually a traitor to their cause. Okay.
There's a warehouse just outside. You know it? It's the one with the crane on the roof. The warehouse has a basement. It's always empty. It'll be safer to talk there. I'll go in first and wait for you there, okay?
Rathis Falvano exits the apartment complex in a hurry. Okay. He's either going to try to kill me, he's either going to reveal he's a dragon, tries to kill me, or he's for real. And I feel like it's probably the former. Oh, cool. Oh, this looks fun. He's naked now, too. Well, I definitely shouldn't stand on this. Look, I've played the Blood Moon expansion. I ain't gonna walk on that shit. He's gonna give me a dunk. Okay. I'm levitating at the very least.
You're here. Good. Glub glub. No one can hear us here.
Now tell me what you know about Jebin. Seriously, what's with that sound you keep making? This is a place where they killed Jebin, isn't it? Why did you take off your clothes? This is a trap, isn't it? Why did you take off your clothes?
I was told I was ready. My clothes were a constraint, so I shed them. I don't need them for what happens next.
And what's that? I've had enough of this nonsense. I'm reporting you to the guards. And what's that?
You're going to die with me, Outlander, and I will be reborn.
Rothus Falveno turns the crank behind him. You hear the sound of water rushing into the basement. Oh, it's going to flood upward. Rothus Falvano is silent. He appears to be sure that he will not die. Turning the crank does nothing. Okay. Well, I have a water-breathing hat. You naked asshole. Okay. Oh, there he goes. Okay. Let's see. Let's get my diving helmet active. Okay. Is he drowning? Listen to him go. Turning the crank does nothing. Oh, he just drowned. Hang on. He did just drown and die. He had a dread club and everything. Aimrah warehouse key. Okay, another wax amulet. Wait, I thought he really was going to transform. Wait, he really did die? He really did die and he drowned. He will be reborn. He wasn't fucking reborn. He's tripping big time. Okay. Hound meat. Hound meat. Yeah, I guess he's tripping. He just thought that he would be okay. He thought that he would turn. He literally was tripping. Okay. Fuck. It happens to me, it happens to them. People be tripping. People think they're gonna start dragging out. Okay. Well, I opened the lock. That fucking rocks that he didn't turn. That actually is so fucking cool. I fucking love that he didn't turn. Right? I really thought he would. And I think it's so fucking ballsy to have him not turn and actually just be a fucking naked guy. Right? Who thought that it would happen. I think that's so fucking dope. Okay. As it turns out, Rothus Falveno just wanted to lure me into a trap. He's trying to drown me. I should escape and return to Avon Saloth. Yeah, I guess we could have Elm CV'd out of here, right? Oh, an ominous fog has descended upon the town, and you can see a Daedric ruin out there. Okay. Was that always there? Okay. Oh. Oh. Marvis is gone. So too is the priest. Oh my. Avon Saloth is gone. There's a change in the air that can be felt, a chill coming from the lake. This doesn't promise anything good. Perhaps I should try and speak with old Zadathus Aldrethi again. Okay. What did I need from the lake anyway for tiny nachos? The creature in the lake's soul. Okay. Sure. Do I have an empty Grand Soul Gem? I do, don't I? Yeah. Now, whoops. I need to go over to the inn. Okay.
Impressive. These clothes suit you well.
Sure.
Avonsaloth has gone missing too. Dire news, yes, but there's still hope. Both he and his captors must still be in Aimrah. Captain Obeder's ship hasn't left the harbor. I heard that a shitty congregation of people was making its way to the lighthouse. That's where they must have taken him. There's no time to lose. The hetman, Deva Aranim, holds the key to the lighthouse. If you explain the situation to her, perhaps she'll help you. The hetman is in the trade house. Make haste.
More on Avonsaloth?
I hope you find him. Best of luck to you. Speak with Dava Aranim to get the key to the lighthouse.
Key to the lighthouse?
The lighthouse door is always locked. The lighthouse keeper never lets anyone in, or so it's said. The hetman Dava Aranim holds a spare key for emergency situations like these.
Okay.
I'm listening.
What kind of super cool lock is on that? To where it locks itself. Okay.
Good to see you.
Over here.
Whatever
hello,
you're looking for,
Hetman.
I'm sure I don't know how to find it.
Well, I hope you know how to find the key to the lighthouse. What's this? What do you need the key for? Avonsaloth has disappeared. No time to explain. Give me the key. Avonsaloth has disappeared. And you have reason to believe he's inside the lighthouse? Yes, and I think he's in danger. I've got no time to explain everything. I think he's in danger. Horrible. We will deal with these rogues, whoever they are. You have my permission to enter the lighthouse, Lyle Schnub. Here's the key. Indoril foot soldiers will meet you at the front door. They will accompany you in the raid. Rescue Avonsaloth. Okay. Man. We're getting the fucking cops involved now, too? Alright. Here they are.
What is it now?
Find someone else to bother.
We've been told to accompany you, Outlander. Just unlock this door for us.
Talk is cheap.
Okay. A lot of big old drag shield. A loathsome civilization. The case against human edibles. Okay. Can't take these, not with the guards right there. They following me? Yeah. Okay. Dried slaughterfish. Coldum. More barnacles. You hear someone or something moving upstairs. Oh, it's going to be a fucking monster. Oh. More barnacles. Okay. And this goes, I guess, to the tippy top. More barnacles. Oh, he's got a dragged out hand. I like the way in which, you know, the little barnacles, like, they get more and more plentiful as you come up. And opening the door, you see even more, right? It's positioned just so that you have to move a little bit more to see the guy. Ulvo Telvor. Oh, man, he's barnacked up. Ulvo's diary? Okay, let's talk to him first.
Glub, glub, glub. Is this a snack on two legs? Come, come. Sluggle closer, delicious stranger.
Okay. I'm gonna admire you a bit. I'm gonna give you money. I'm giving you money and admiration. Okay, do you like that? I bet you fucking do, you sicko. Okay. What's your background? Who are you?
Ulvo Telvor used to keep the light here, but no more.
Do you know of Jebin? What happened to Jebin?
The boy died in the grotto below.
What grotto? Did you kill him? What grotto?
The grotto where they all lie waiting. Visitors from the lake, under the lighthouse. The entrance is hidden. Mustn't tell more.
It's important that I join them in the grotto. Tell me where the entrance is. Tell me how to find the entrance to the grotto, you monster. Tell me where the entrance is. It's important that I join them.
Is the stranger one of the chosen? Does the stranger carry the sign, Parudma?
Show him the peculiar wax amulet.
Glub, glub, glub. Good. Glub, glub, glub. There is a hidden door downstairs. The stranger must move the shield on the wall to open it. Now go and join the others. Be quick. Ulvo is hungry.
Can I talk to you more?
The delicious stranger is making Ulvo hungry. It should worry. Ulvo's claw is powerful. Stranger's neck looks weak. Glub, glub, glub.
Glub, glub, glub. Oh no, he's glubbing me out. Oh.
You will suffer greatly.
Cool. The monstrous hybrid claw detaches from Ulvo Telvor's arm easily. However, just a brief glance at the degeneration underneath his robes is enough to convince you that searching the rest of his remains isn't worth it. Okay, sure. Is it a weapon? No, but it's really heavy. Can I eat it? No, okay. Don't fucking judge me, come on. Let's read his diary here real quick. Journal, entry 1.
Well, I finally arrived. A new job and in a new city. I'm glad I could make it. A bit in the middle of nowhere, difficult to travel by road. Really should have taken the silt strider. Oh well, I'm going to unpack my belongings.
Entry 2.
Done. I'm all set. Now I can rest a bit. Although, as a lighthouse keeper for a lake, shouldn't be too hard. Unlike my old location, the bitter coast on Vardenfell. Always rainy, always cloudy, damp, and filthy. So gloomy and depressing. I will never, never, never go back there. Here, I can see the sun during the day, then Massa and Secunda, and all the constellations during the night. Here I can breathe clean air. Well, not really, to be honest. There is something stale in this building, but since it has been abandoned by the previous keeper, that was to be expected.
Entry 3.
Well, I cleaned everything and everywhere, but traces of the foul smell remain. Oh well, the water of the lake must be infiltrating the stone. I just have to make sure that the lighthouse's brazier is alight, and then I can get out. I've already met a few locals, and they are surprisingly friendly, despite their odd look. One of them even proposed to celebrate my arrival, here in the lighthouse. Well, I guess I should buy some liquor.
Entry 4.
The party was alright, I guess. There were 7 of us, actually, and Vivek be blessed. I had enough to eat and drink. The only awkward moment was when I excused myself for the smell. They all stared at me with their bulging eyes. From their reaction, it looked like I was accusing them of smelling. But the weird moment passed, and they even explained that the previous keeper left because he couldn't stand the odor. Well, it's not enough to deter me. They were quite relieved to hear me say that.
Entry 5.
Well, visitors again. There's 6 of them. We ate and drank, but truth be told, I expected some quiet and privacy. Looks like the lighthouse is their general quarters or something. I'll have to put an end to that.
Entry 6.
I couldn't bring myself to get rid of them. It's weird because it seems to me that they are waiting for something from me. But what? I don't understand. They keep coming every 2 or 3 evenings.
Entry 7.
Alright. Now I know what they wanted. I was cleaning the first floor when I decided that this horrible dreg shield displayed there had to go away. I tried to take it down, but it just shifted slightly. I jumped when I heard a loud grinding noise behind me. A part of the wall had just disappeared. Behind this false wall there was another door, but I had to cover my nose. The stench was overwhelming. It smelled like rotting fish and decaying meat combined. Horrible and disgusting. I nearly threw up. I could not open that door. I moved the shield back in place, and the wall took its normal place. But the next evening, when my visitors came again, I noticed their attention was either on the shield or sometimes on the wall, but rarely on me.
Entry 8.
I finally told them that I knew about the secret door, and I told them that I didn't open it, and that I didn't want to know anything about it, and that I wanted them to just go away. But, well, they didn't leave, but at least now I have an explanation. Looks like the smell is indeed rotting fish and meat, which is supposed to be some food for the dreg. I couldn't believe my ears. They were implying that the dreg were living under my lighthouse. Ludicrous.
Entry 9.
There are dreg under the lighthouse. A full colony. I forced myself to open that damn door. The faint smell was getting on my nerves, but beyond, the stench was horrendous. It made all my body hair either stand or wither. After a coiling gallery, I arrived at a huge dark cave. The first thing I noticed was the mushrooms. I had never seen them, even at the Bitter Coast. Only after my eyes got accustomed to the darkness, I saw the dreg. How many are there?
Entry 10.
At first, I thought it was some kind of nesting cave, but the cocoons were too big to be eggs, or whatever form dreg take at birth. One of my visitors insisted to give me a book about their life cycle, and according to that book, there's a transition between land dreg and water dreg called Corvinasm, and another between water dreg and land dreg called Meth. I think that these huge sacs are the transition, cocoon between these two states, probably the Meth.
Entry 11.
I must admit, it is fascinating to see the creatures down here. They are quite peaceful, unless you dive in the water. But apart from that, they just live their life. But why here? Why the secret door?
Entry 12.
One of them tried to attack me. I was so scared I ran. After I calmed down, I decided to speak to the man who gave me the book about dreg. We had a good talk. He confirmed that it is indeed a transition nest, and explained that there is a very ancient agreement between the Dunmer of Aimrah and the dreg of the lake, in exchange for help against Argonians and a relatively quiet coexistence. Aimrah had to provide shelter and food for the dreg during transition, so the dreg was not attacking me. In fact, he was expecting some food.
Entry 13.
So I agreed with the Aimrah fellows to let them bring food to the dreg. The one that tried to speak to me seemed satisfied. They are scavengers, so rotten flesh is not a problem. Actually, when one of the dreg fails his transformation, either because of lack of food or because of some disease, the others eat the remains. It can be a long time before they need us to bring food.
Entry 14.
I'm accustomed to the smell now. It doesn't disturb me anymore, and I'm rather satisfied with my studies about the dreg. Few mer or men have the opportunity to approach them so closely, but something is off. Last night my fellows brought a guar for the dregs. A whole guar alive. They said that the guar was old and useless, but they could have mercifully killed it before throwing it to the dreg.
Entry 15.
Apart from my visitors, the denizens of Aimrah look at me weirdly. How was I led to believe this situation was normal? Feeding the dreg, the famous adversaries of Vivek. Maybe I should speak with the priest of St. Holm's Shrine.
Entry 16.
Why is this door secret? Of course it is secret. Of course. I'm an idiot. This is not a fulfillment of an ancient and venerable agreement. This is a cult, with offerings and sacrifices. The previous keeper abandoned the lighthouse, didn't he? But did he?
Dun dun dun. Okay. Well, I can't pick into those with them here.
What the hell was that abhorrent monster?
Where'd the third guard go? They not make it in? Oh, there you are. They all say the same thing. Alright, secret wall. Do you want to move the decorative dreg shield? You move the dreg shield, you hear a loud sound coming from behind you. Lighthouse Grotto. Ooh. Oh, what the fuck? Okay. Some ambient sounds I haven't heard before. This is fun. Okay. Oh no! Is it a crab man? Look out! Look out, you all! Oh, I'm worried I'm gonna hit them. Nalman. Wearing a common robe and an iron saber.
We're right behind you, Outlander. Lead the way.
Okay. Great. Barandus Marvis. Another wax amulet. Dreg boots. We get like a full cool dreg set here. Maybe a little fucking freaky and creepy to wear it now after all this. Okay. Here's a big weighted boulder. Notes on dreg. Amulet of water walking. Ritual drum. Cool. Oh, Obadiah Marvis.
Outlander, you're a pesky one. I should have known that fool Raylith couldn't kill you.
I'm here for Yvonne Saloth. Let him go. You failed. I'm going to stop you. What's going on here? I want some answers. Enough talk. Time to die. I'm here for Yvonne. Let him go.
Let the priest go? No, that's not possible. My family is hungry. I can't deny them their prey.
What do you mean?
I see no point in explaining anything to an outlander destined to die. You couldn't possibly understand.
I want to understand. Tell me what's going on and I'll let you live. This is the end, Obadiah. No need to keep secrets. Enough talk. Time to die. I want to understand.
You want to understand, Outlander? Now? Very well then. I grant you one question. One question. Then you'll die.
What did you do to Jebin? Why did you kidnap Yvonne Saloth? What's the deal with the dreg? What is this place? What are you doing here? One question is not enough. I want to know everything. If that's your attitude, then forget it. Defend yourself. Can I actually know everything? Will they actually let me pick this? Probably not. I'm going to click it anyway, because a lot of this I can kind of discern anyway.
No, Outlander. You don't get to tell me what to do. Not here. Ask your question and then face your death.
What did you do to Jebin?
It was never our intention for him to die. We wanted to open that ignorant boy's eyes. We wanted him to embrace what was in his blood. He was destined to be one of us, or so I thought. I utterly overestimated the strength of his mind. What was meant to be a holy rite of passage horrified him. He rejected our knowledge and the power that came with that knowledge. Only wanted to make him see, Lyoshnub, see the truth. He chose death instead.
I'm here. I choose the truth. Tell me everything. Why him? What was so special about Jebin's blood? Enough talk. This madness ends now. What was so special about Jebin's blood?
The late boy and I are of the same blood. His father and mine were brothers. His father was a disgrace to the family, but Jebin was still a Marvis, and that made him special, suitable. The time was right for the dreg to take him and have him undergo the sacral ritual of death and rebirth. Carvanism. He had it in his blood, just like I do. He just needed to be awoken, but now he's dead. Never mind, he's not the last one. There is another. There's still time. I just have to deal with you first.
Oh, Anara. Right, she's also an orphan. Okay. Born to uncertain parents under uncertain stars, you know? Jebin was raised an orphan. What happened to his family?
No, Outlander, I already answered 2 of your questions, and I promised to answer just one. I've humored you far too long. It's time to end this.
Surrender, Obiter. There's no need for more bloodshed. I'm not ready yet. I need more answers. I understand why you're doing this. I will leave you alone. It's time to end this madness. Die. Can you really just leave them alone? Okay. I need more answers.
I have no more answers for you.
Then surrender. No more bloodshed. Fine, time for you to die. I mean, we would probably kill them, right? We're here with House Indoril. That said, I'm with House Slalu. Maybe I wouldn't kill them. Surrender.
I will not surrender to you. By all the demons of the lake, I will not.
Okay. Ooh. Damn, what was that weapon proc? Okay. Yeah, look at that poison effect popping off. Oop. Okay. There we go.
What is
Talk
it
is
now?
cheap.
Dreg Club of Greater Poison. Dreg Curus. Okay. What do they all have to say?
By the 3, such unfathomable blasphemy. Death was almost too good for them. You escort the priest back to the surface, Lyle Schnub. We'll stay here and keep guard for the time being.
Okay. Sure. Well, you know what? Maybe we better call it for now. Right? When next we return, we'll speak with the priest, Yvonne, and we also need to go for a dive, right? We still need to claim our soul, right? We still need to get that. This has been very fun, right?
Talk is cheap.
Okay.
Find someone else to buy.
Maybe a little predictable for the genre, but very fun nonetheless, right? Okay. Well, like I said, when next we return, we'll speak with the priest. We're probably going to go for a swim in here. Look, there's already a shitload of dreg right there. And there's that mysterious rock hung up. I don't know what's up with that. All right. Until next time, please take care of each other.